Hello everyone and welcome to Medieval 2 Total War, specifically the Britannia campaign. Now, Medieval 2 Total War is a game I played a great deal as a child. It's one of my favourite computer games alongside Stronghold and Age of Empires. Rome Total War was up there, but Medieval 2 always took the cake. Because I really enjoyed the mechanics of the Pope, I liked the time period. And it was one of the first few computer games I ever played, and so it was really a special place in my heart. But despite that, I've never really played much of the expansions, the Medieval Total War Kingdoms campaigns, so the Britannia campaign, the Teutonic campaign, the Americas campaign, and I think there's one in the Middle East, I would imagine, as well. So we can play the Britannia campaign today. I have not played the Britannia campaign in its entirety at all, and I haven't played it for about 7-8 years, so this is going to be interesting to see if I can still play this campaign at all. So, there are 5 factions you can play in the Britannia campaign. Obviously it's a slightly smaller map than perhaps the general Medieval 2 Total War map. You have England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland and Norway, all going for control over the sacred British Isles. Each one has a variety of strengths and weaknesses, so England has a strong heavy infantry but doesn't have much cavalry. Wales has a number of units capable of fighting multiple roles but again lacks heavy infantry. Scotland is good with spears and pikes but not much cavalry. You can tell there's a recurring theme here. Cavalry is not a big thing, at least in this time in the British Isles, although, I would think that England might do, but even England don't have a great strength there. In terms of Ireland, they field a good mix of cavalry and gunpowder units, so they might be quite a tough opponent actually. And they don't have strong spears or pike units, so good cavalry against them would work when no one else really has good cavalry. As you can see here, even Norway doesn't have good cavalry. They do have powerful shock infantry who wield powerful two-handed weapons. Now the real question is, who are we going to play as? I could play as England because I nearly always play as England when I'm playing through strategy games because I'm from the United Kingdom, it makes sense. But I think we'll change things up for a change. I think we'll play as Wales. Determined to prevent the ongoing English encroachment into his Welsh territory, Llewellyn ap Gruffudd has now declared himself King of Wales, and with the help of his brother Dyfed, I'm so sorry if you're Welsh, I'm going to butcher so much pronunciation within this playthrough, recently succeeded in liberating the people of Gwynedd. It's currently from their English overlords. With these defiant acts, Llewellyn's intentions are now apparent to all, and open warfare on the English border is nigh. Llewellyn's greatest strength is his ability to unify the Welsh people, some which the English nobles are aware of, and shall surely seek to end his life as quickly as possible in an effort to break the spirit of the Welsh people who follow him. As Welsh armies are primarily comprised of light infantry and archers, their generals need to employ clever tactics to ensure their forces can overcome the armoured juggernaut that is England. If Llewellyn is successful in ending the English threat to Wales, many believe he will not simply be content with this victory, and instead look to ensure the Welsh people are never threatened by another faction of the British Isles. We do need to take out England, that's for sure. The others, though, we may not need to, because we only need to hold 35 regions, and I think probably most of mainland Britain will do that. If we can be friends with Ireland, and Ireland take out England on the Irish mainland, that would be good. But we need to hold 35 regions, including Carnarvon, Dublin, and London. Oh, we need to take out Dublin, I say. Carnarvon, Dublin, and London, so we may need to go off to Ireland eventually. But the only thing we need to do is eliminate England. We don't need to eliminate any of the other factions, so we'll have to see how that goes. In terms of our difficulties, we're turning advice off, medium difficulty, medium battle difficulty, manage your cities, show CPU moves, and no battle time limit. Let's get going.
A land of emerald isles, a land of kings, a land of war. England. King Henry sits upon a hungry throne, thirsty for more land. The Norwegians, warriors happy to pay the blood price for their ambitions. Scotland. From the Highlands and across the Lowlands comes a spirited people ready for battle. Wales, a people of song and sword, and leaders that will bend their knees to no man. And Ireland, Suspicious of his neighbors, the Irish warrior never sleeps, though he dreams of conquest. Britannia. One realm, 5 kings, total war.
Well, there we go. And this should all look fairly familiar to you if you're used to any Total War campaign, but especially one of the older ones like Rome 2, sorry, not Rome 2, but Rome Medieval 2 or Empire. This is kind of how it looked back then. And it's just such a pretty map. It's such a... I have such fondness for the old campaigns of Total War, including like Barbarian Invasion stuff. The new Total Wars I'm yet to kind of get myself into. So, we're currently enemies with England, to be expected. England is at war with Wales and Ireland. Scotland and Norway are at peace for now, but I suspect that won't last, because they seem like natural allies. There is no Pope in this, and it's replaced by something else. If I go to the right... If I go to, like, Montgomery here, I think if I go to the city... I can find... there's somewhere, I can't find out where it is, but I'm going to have to double check. But in the meantime, we're going to start working out what we need to do. There are these Welsh forts, which are going to block off some of the roads for us. Currently we hold Pembroke, Caernarvon and Montgomery. Probably one of our first things would be to take Cardiff. It's a large town. Oh, here we go, this is what I was talking about, culture. There's no religion in this, and it's all replaced by culture. So if you have a high cultured town, for example, Cardiff is nearly culturally all Welsh, it means that they're going to have issues with unrest. So if I take over Cardiff, that would be a good start, but say Gloucester is a lot more English, so I'm going to have to bear that in mind. I'm a little concerned that these guys have longbowmen. That could be a real concern. So for us, we have a certain amount of troops, but probably not as much as the English war machine does, so we're going to start gathering some people from somewhere. Faction leader King Llewellyn here. He is well worth getting out and about. Hero of Wales. Faction leader, great commander, eager. He's well worth getting on the field for sure. First things first, though, let's get some let's get some construction started. Either roads, leather tan will be useful. Just get our troops some armour. And in council chambers, blacksmith, paved roads, communal farming. How much does that actually add to us if I go for farming? About another 100. That would take a long time to come into actually no. We'll take communal farming. It'll take 12 turns to pay for itself. That's not too bad. And population is going to take ages to actually grow up, so I'm going to whack up the tax rate in most of these places. Obviously I can't do that in a castle. And Pembrokeshire is the same. So actually probably Pembrokeshire we want to get up as quickly as possible to the next level of castle, because then it can do more useful things. For now, let's start recruiting some people. We've got some pretty good archers. These, however, aren't them. These are just the basic archers. I believe these are the competent archers. The Sathilwa? I'm going to absolutely butcher all these names. Yeah, the finest on bowmen the Army of Wales has to offer. But we don't have all of them for the time being. So for now, I'm just going to hire some more basic troops. Could probably do with a bit more cavalry, that's for sure, as well. But we're going to have to start a fairly sizable recruitment campaign pretty much straight away. Mailed Knights, Tula Skirmishers. I'm not sure about skirmishers, to be honest. I'm going to go for kind of quite heavy into archers, I think. Grim Raiders are good, but they might charge without order, though. And they have good stamina. And let's also just go for some spearmen, because we're going to probably be fighting quite a bit of cavalry. Here in Montgomery, we'll lower the tax rate a little bit, and we will go for some spearmen, and I also want to get a spy and diplomat out, I think. I do think Shrewsbury is quite Welsh, and Chester is also kind of in the middle. Just looking at what's here, we've got a longbowman, town militia, and a general. We don't know what's in Cardiff for the time being, but I'm going to start moving that way. I'm going to leave some of our spearmen behind, so we'll take pretty much all our high-level stuff. We'll take our both our catapults. There's no point keeping them in there. They could actually probably go for Shrewsbury more than anything else, but I'd probably prefer them to go down to Cardiff. They should go there next turn. We need to ensure that Montgomery doesn't have any issues. Is that enough to take it on? We don't really have any front line troops. We'll give them... We'll also give them lots of spearmen. Pembroke should be okay to leave just... If I just leave you lot inside, yes, that's okay. It's just a castle. They can, of course, come by sea, but let's hope they don't. We're going to get you moving towards Montgomery, Meredith. You can act as our second... Do we want you to act as our second commander? Or we can get Prince David out and about. Welsh militiamen are not going to be particularly good. So I'm going to get you lot to move to the fort. You'll collect up a whole bunch of new people next turn. There's a fort there with no one inside. There's a fort here with 2 troops inside. I'm going to abandon that fort. Marudud can run our second army because he's a little... Well, I say he's a fair fighter. He's severe. He might... No, he'd actually be better running Montgomery, I think. And then we get David here to actually go out and fight. Especially as he's a night fighter. That could be very, very useful indeed. But I think we've done all that we can this turn. But we still have our agents to go. We're going to move the Welsh spy down this way towards Shrewsbury, Gloucester and Cardiff. And my diplomat, I want to go speak to probably Ireland, but I don't think I've got any boats for the time being. Although I presumably can recruit them in Carnarvon. So I'm actually going to get rid of one of the spearmen. We'll get ourselves a cog, and our diplomat will move to the coast.
Yes, my lord. Without question.
And we'll go over and speak to the Irish, see if we can form an alliance next turn, or at least trade right. I think we probably already have trade rights. But we'll speak to Ireland, then head up to Scotland and Norway next turn. Understandably, their spies are coming in as well. A couple of people leaving Gloucester. We might be able to do Gloucester quite easily then. Pride presented. So King Llewellyn is King Llewellyn not married? I thought he would have been. Oh, he's only 25. Yeah, that's fine. We can get married. I don't know if there are princesses in this version of kind of this smaller campaign, so we'll just take a marriage. King Llewellyn and Venora are married. Faction announcements. I'm not even going to try to pronounce half of those. But you get a translator, so you're now a diplomatic genius. That's excellent. And you are spy. Is that a new... Was that our spy? No, that's the enemy spy. Here's our spy. Not a good one. Probably the one we've recruited in Montgomery. Yeah, he's pickpocket, so he's pretty good. We'll send him out up that way. And this diplomat here is our really good one. So I'm going to send him up to Scotland and Norway. It's going to take him a little bit of time to get there. Might be a little bit quicker by boat. We'll see if we can catch up with him later on. Maddock here, being the diplomat, kind of being a mediocre diplomat. We'll send him over to Ireland next turn. And recruitment is all done. Wonderful. Construction in Pembroke, we have roads built, which means we'll go for land clearance next. Hopefully we'll add to our growth as quickly as possible. In terms of money, we are actually going to be losing per turn, so we need to really take some new places. So, King Llewellyn, you're going to go and... Actually, we can assault straight away. Let's just... yeah, would you believe relations with England are now abysmal? What have we got here? 3 spear militia, mailed knights and 2 longbowmen. What have we got here? Roughly the same. Do we want you to come join this engagement? I don't think we need you. And to be honest, I'd like you to start moving on... You could actually start moving on Gloucester, couldn't you? Because I think England does struggle with rebellions quite a bit. For you actually are going to head this way and try to take over that fort. I'm going to send you out. This spearman is going to head out here and take that Welsh fort just so we can buy ourselves some time. Yeah, we're going to go take that fort, and then next time we'll move on Gloucester. We can take Cardiff and Gloucester, that'd be good. You can hire some Welsh spearmen and some Welsh skirmishers, makes sense. Are you worth taking? I think probably taking a couple of Welsh skirmishers would be good, just to get a little bit more. Sorry, Welsh spearmen would just have a little bit more frontline. I'm not sure we need the skirmishers, however. Okay, so King Llewellyn versus Captain Lewis. 31 mailed knights, 120 non-bowmen, and an assortment of spear militia. We can also get a night attack, and look how good his command is. On the battlefield, this man's will is always realised. He is a true master of the battlefield. First fight of the campaign, let's get this done. If you're lucky enough to be Irish, then you're lucky enough. An Irish quote. Can't remember, do we get speeches in the Kingdoms campaign or not? Because the speeches were always so good in these older games, and they kind of died out in future Total Wars, I noticed, and that was something I always found a little bit sad. Let's see if we get one.
The time for battle has come, but it is not my way to send men into needless peril or throw lives away. Be assured, I will not ask any more of you than I would ask of myself. I ask only that you fight with honor and do not turn your back to the foe. Together, then, we will have victory, for such is to my taste and my custom in battle. It grieves me greatly to see so many Englishmen opposing us today, but they have made their choice and must now face their doom.
Good speech, sir. Good speech. So, let's work out where we want to approach from, because these towers are going to be troublesome. They'll cause some issues for us. I'm also going to just... No, that's the wrong one. Restrict camera. I just want to turn off restrict camera. I think we will set up down here, so we'll get our catapults at the ready, and they will be grouped together. Our cavalry will be grouped behind, and then our line of infantry, pretty solid line of infantry, all things considered, will go right behind the catapults. Yeah, they can go right behind, and then our archers will go at the very back. Not the very back, but here. I don't think they'll be needed for the time being, possibly at all in this engagement. 2 catapults, let's engage. Let's get this wall down, and then we'll probably head for the towers as well. This is just... Okay, they're all starting here, but it looks like they're going to reconsider where they go. For the time being, let's speed up time, and let the catapults do their work. I don't want to destroy too much of the wall, because I'm going to have to repair this at a later stage. Looks like they're going to set up right behind. There we go, we're through the enemy's walls.
Into the breach and on to victory.
I'm going to get them to just destroy this tower, because these are just spear militia here, so I'm happy for the archers to run forward once this tower is destroyed. Not that we're going to be able to hit it very well, I don't think. We're damaging the wall, we're not necessarily damaging the building. Okay. Let's just initially start pelting down these chaps. That tower will be destroyed. We'll lose a few of our bowmen here. Hopefully we'll be able to repair them as time goes on. I don't know if we need fire arrows because we're not trying to do morale, so turn fire arrows off, please. I don't think initially it's our best option. Also taking out that tower, we're just going to shoot as much as we can. And we'll use pretty much all our arrows here. We might leave a few to bait the horses coming out if we need to. Tower is nearly down. Taken out, what, 3% of their soldiers so far. It just means that we can come in with... Aha, the longbowmen coming in now. I wonder if I can get you guys to go after the longbowmen. Oh no, finish the tower first. Finish the tower first and we'll use our cavalry to go after the longbowmen, I would say. Is that tower down? That tower is still at 90%. There's the tower down, excellent. Catapults, I need you to change onto the longbowmen, please. Let's just start getting the range down. I don't know if our troops are better than the longbowmen. Either way, I don't really want to test it. They're going into the walls. Yes, they are. Excellent. Once they're on the walls, I'm going to use my catapult to kind of destroy them pretty heavily. If I can lock them in there, then we can take a lot of them out, I would say. So catapult's going to keep doing that. You're going to keep firing. The more we can do to just negate any major casualties at this stage of the campaign would be very useful indeed. I do need the catapults to fire, however, because those longbowmen are going to start firing in now with themselves, and they've got the height advantage over my longbowmen. These guys can start taking some pretty serious damage now. I'm hoping that these catapults will start to do some damage. I'm actually going to get my longbowmen, my archers to move back for the time being. Get out of there, run. Get out of there, lads, run. Go, go, go. I just want to deal with some of these longbowmen, because these longbowmen, I believe, can be pretty powerful. So run back to the relative safety. In fact, maybe even go further back. I don't know if they can reach our catapults. We'll have to see. The more we do to go after their walls, though, the better. We are going to have some issues that we're going to have to repair, that's for sure. Once these longbowmen are mostly dealt with, then we will go back in. Look at that. That was excellent. Excellent. That's going to take out a huge bunch of them. So now I want you chaps to focus on this part of the wall. Once we've taken out the majority of, once we've taken out a lot of these bits of wall, then we'll be okay to go in, I think, with our actual infantry. In fact, I think we'll push forward now. They can run forwards. Archers can stay like here to be useful. We will take some losses here, but so far we've only taken 5% to their 22%, so I'd say the ratios are working in our favour for the time being. Llewellyn, just give our lads a morale boost. These catapults are doing a lot of good damage. But it does seem to knacker the... I'm just actually going to very quickly turn down the details slightly, because there seems to be a little bit of graphic issues when we're on that kind of high amount. We're going to get these chaps to go after them. And they're also stuck there now, which is pretty useful. Our chaps have arrived here now, and they should do pretty well. Let's get our archers just to fire on the units which aren't actually attacking us just yet. If we can actually break through somewhere, then we'll get our cavalry in to also do some good work on the other side. I just want to knock down that other lot of longbowmen.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Okay, we've got one group of longbowmen already routing, which is excellent. Actually, the longbowmen are kind of my biggest concern here for the time being. Come on, take him out. That's more like it, and they're routing, excellent. Break through this bit of wall for me, catapults, so we can get our cavalry in, so we can flank, the spear militia. They're kind of half damaged already, which is excellent. Come on, Wales, we got this.
Enemy are badly bloodied.
They've lost half their men, excellent. It's now 98%.
In ancient Jericho, the walls fall before the righteous. Send our men through to slay our ungodly foe.
Okay, I'm going to turn off our catapults for the time being. They've done their job. Cavalry, get in there. We've got a mass rout here, excellent, happening. Take as many prisoners as possible. And let's get ourselves set up. Archers, stop firing as well. For the time being, we don't need you firing. They're on fire wheel. Let's just stop that for the time being. And we're just going to have to set up a cavalry trap here. So all spearmen. The Gwent Raiders aren't spears, so they're going to not get involved. Gwent spearmen. Sorry, no, not the Gwent spearmen. You can go here at the front. Let's go a little bit further back. Say there. And we can have another line of spearmen just behind. And also maybe some of the... We'll also have a line of the mercenary spearmen in there as well. Archers, run to here, please. We can probably wrap this up fairly soon, but I'm still keen to not take too many casualties if I can help it. The catapults have done their job. Cavalry move down here to encompass the flank if we need to. I will also send the other 2 units of infantry down here in case we need them. And we'll set up for a nice trap if we can on the cavalry. I don't know where these raiders are going. They're going the wrong way. Pull back. Stop what you're doing. You and you, just pull back for the time being. Pull back to there, please. I thought they can charge without orders. That's probably one of the issues. They're now going to start firing in. Archers, I think, are nearly here.
The Lord is with us today.
I say that, they're not really, because they... One thing this game does struggle with is sometimes this pathing and AI. That's okay. I don't want to commit my cavalry to a charge unless I really need to. They're going to start shooting at our kind of engaged soldiers up here. I'm actually going to divide these groups of soldiers up so I know who is who. And I'm going to fight at the mailed knights, because then they should come and attack the spearmen. I don't need them to be using fire arrows though. In fact, because fire arrows only works with morale, is really good for morale, but because they're on the town centre, there's no chance that's going to happen. It's probably going to be a little bit of trouble to get these mailed knights to actually move. But the more I can start taking them out, the better. If I can take out the local command, that would also be quite useful. I don't know if they're going to attack straight away. We'll speed up time slightly. We'll see what happens. Because they might attack, they may not. I'm quite happy for them just to take damage the other way instead. We might just have to end up piling in. But the real remaining concern's the heavy cavalry, so if we can just damage them as much as possible, that's for the best. We'll use our horn again. They're down to 27. So they've lost 4 heavy cavalry, which may not seem like a lot, but heavy cavalry can be exceptionally powerful, so I'm very keen to kill as many of them as possible. And even if I don't kill them, it will weaken them, because I think they have, what, 2 hit points each? You've done all you can now, sir. Get out of there. You could maybe fight if you need to, but I consider our ranged units to be some of our most powerful. I don't want them to die unnecessarily in a melee combat. So that first archer unit is going to go. It's done its job. It can go rest, along with the catapults. We could use the catapults again, but I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. Once these archers have run out, then we'll charge in with the melee. They will do a little bit of damage to us, but that's okay. And I think now, let's go. Charge, charge, charge. You guys are going to come around here. Cavalry, our infantry are just going to have to charge in now. And then we'll try flank them from the other side with our other troops. And thankfully these male knights won't have got a nice charge in. I'm going to send the longbowmen in to charge, though, or send our knights in to charge with those longbowmen.
Like this, we will smash the enemy.
Just to stop them firing. And as soon as this other group of units arrive, we'll charge in from that side as well. Charge with those longbowmen. I just want to ensure that my King Llewellyn doesn't die, because if King Llewellyn dies, we're in deep trouble. So we're actually going to pull back, especially if these knights are chasing us. Kind of do a bit of a hammer anvil tactic here. They're pursuing. Let's get these other soldiers involved. Sally forth. Okay, let's get the cavalry going down that way, actually. That way they can hopefully flank in between the two of them. We'll have to see. You two chaps are going to go after the knights here, the male knights. You are spearmen. This isn't exactly how I wanted to plan out. They've kind of superseded what I was going to do. No, chase the knights, please. Chase the knights. As soon as these spearmen, we should be a little bit better. I'm concerned those male knights are getting absolutely massacred here. Not massacred, but they're taking some much more damage than I potentially like, to be honest. I do need these infantry to catch up and get in the fight. The enemy general is dead. Excellent. That's going to help us out. Okay, we'll send them back. Actually, no. Llewellyn's going to stay out of that. They are now routing. Go, go, go. Then pretty much everyone just piles in to the centre. Go, go, go. And where there's still a bit of spearmen here, so we could have issues. We've lost nearly a fifth of our men, but for the first engagement, I'd say it's not too bad. Don't know why they're not charging in further. They're going to charge in further now. You guys charge into the longbowmen, because they can be a little bit of a concern. It's going to be a good hit on them. Excellent.
My lord, our men are in command of the city.
Excellent. And Llewellyn, let's go. If we hit those spear militia, that should be it. I don't want them to charge in though. That are damaged heavy cavalry units. Because even though there's still 14 of them, those spearmen will still hurt. Everyone else charge in though. Let's get this done. We just have to dogpile in at the very end. Our range units outside have done the job. They don't need to engage any further today. We've got 98% left. Only a few English soldiers in the middle. 4 troops left. 4 spearmen. And that will be Cardiff back in Welsh hands. Excellent. As it should be.
All
Charge.
of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
I'm not sure all of Christendom will be awed by the victory we've won here today, because England is also a part of Christendom, and we're not like that. So, we lost 105 men, we killed 376 of them. Do we get any experience? Our fairly damaged knights get some experience, no one else does, however. So we're probably need to get them healed up at the local castle. 528 gold. I'm actually happy to ransom these chaps back.
Surely.
England has paid, that's okay. I wonder where they're going to go, however.
Glory,
We take
honor,
Cardiff, wonderful.
victory. My lord,
I'm not going to exterminate the
courage and
populace
honor
because
have
they
been
are
conquered.
fundamentally Welsh, so it's well worth keeping here. And the King of Llewellyn's got a little bit more dread, wonderful. He is quite chivalrous, I'm not sure if we want... I mean, chivalry would be better, but I'm not going to say no, that's for sure. I need to just repair these walls and also the town guard. I will merge these two Welsh spearmen mercenaries together. And I also want to construct some dirt roads. Cardiff's a pretty important town for tax. So I'll go up to high tax rate, but not more than that. Can't recruit anyone this turn, but that's okay.
Be gone. You are not my liege.
Be gone. You are not my liege. I love the voice acting in this. Okay, some feudal knights in Gloucester, but that's a castle. That could prove troublesome.
Address you. At your service.
Oh, I didn't realise we had a merchant. Okay, where do we want to put you? That actually will make some money for us. So that's a watchtower. Gold mines, 182. That will do. And currently financially we're second behind Ireland, but everything else England is winning. So we're going to have to be a little bit careful. Recruitment, we need to be careful we don't go into bankruptcy straight away. Still going to be losing some money. Are we? Yes, we are. Going to be losing a little bit of money. That's okay for the time being. Here in Pembroke, is anything actually worth recruiting at the moment? I will recruit I'll recruit some more spearmen. The spearmen are useful. Then I'll move the Helweir and the Grunt Raiders forward. I don't think we need them in Pembrokeshire for the time being. We'll move them down to Cardiff to reinforce.
Fleet ready, sire.
This group here could potentially go to Chester, but that'd be quite a tough fight to win, I would say. Shrewsbury, I think they're being reinforced, that army there. They are in open riot, which is quite useful. But I think we'll head towards Chester. We're just going to hold that river crossing for the time being. Can I recruit anyone useful here? I can recruit some more of the same troops. Mercenaries crossbowmen are very useful, actually. They have long-range missiles. We can have a lot of... Yeah, that's okay. They're not too expensive. We have a lot of range and not much of a front line. So I'm going to have to hire some more mercenaries, more than I might perhaps like. But we should be okay going forward for next turn, I think, in terms of our... treasury. Let's get Chester under siege. And we'll move on Shrewsbury next time, but I want to get Gloucester underway. This is nearly half Welsh. There's a lot of range here. The town militia I'm not too worried about, but there is Alan le Zouche. Can I rename him to Alan le Douche? No, but that'd be funny if I could. Okay, let's end the turn. I'm intrigued to see what England will do, because... Well, they'll attack me. Again, I didn't even see I had Admiral Huithril down there. Or Huithril? He's going to retreat. He's going to head back towards Carnarvon. That's okay. I'm not too worried about that. That's interesting that troop is not actually going to Shrewsbury. I thought they were going to. I guess not. But they are relentlessly pursuing us down that way. England, I presume, are going to come for peace. And that's why we took the forts. William Huithril, he is proven commander, a skilled bureaucrat, marks of war. Fair fighter, welcome aboard, sir. The Welsh make their stand. It seems the King of Wales stand against the English is having a profound effect on the people of Wales. With each English border town the mighty Welsh army captures under Llewellyn's rule, the more citizens are prepared to take up arms and join the fight. One hardy Welsh militia has formed to the west of Montgomery and another to the north of Carnarvon. Oh, wonderful. So we've got some spearmen, some militiamen, and some skirmishers. This is wonderful, but it is going to bugger the treasury a little bit. So we might have to get rid of some of the kind of lesser useful troops. You know, Welsh militiamen are fine, but they're not going to do that much. They can hold the line, I suppose. So we're going to get these two groups in there. Where's that new commander? Where's he started? He started in Cardiff, I presume, William Huithril. He's going to go meet up with Captain Owain over here. And he's going to also take with him... Yeah, he'll take this third army. And they'll meet together. Meet up with Captain William... Or meet up with William Huithril, and we'll push on Shrewsbury, I would imagine. Construction. Carnarvon's got a leather tanner, which is excellent. We're going to retrain those Welsh militiamen. Or we can go for something more exciting. These wonderful Welsh infantrymen with very large axes. Let's get one of those. And we're going to... We'll retrain the Welsh militiamen. Having a decent guard would not be a terrible thing. We're going to recruit you. There's a very high tax rate here. We probably want to lower that if we can, but I'm just slightly concerned about our treasury. We're going to be losing a lot per turn at the moment. You are going to... Oh, you need to push in here first. Okay, that's fine.
An honourable, glorious victory.
There's only one lot of knights in Gloucester. So I'm going to leave... Okay, no, I'm going to go straight on to Gloucester. We'll go with a ram and a ladder. And I want to send someone forward to that fort. These mercenaries will do. They're not too useful to me, but they can hold out for 3 turns, buying time. Let's merge what we can here in Cardiff. Some are going to have to be retrained elsewhere, because there's only a town guard here. So these Gwent soldiers here, these archers here are going to have to be, and these knights are going to have to return to maybe Can they do that at Pembroke? There's a bowyer, a stables, garrison quarters. They're not going to be able to. No, they're not going to be able to kind of replace everything. So you and you're going to go back to Carnarvon. It's a bit of a way, but you can get yourselves repaired there. Montgomery is fine to keep as it is for the time being. You are going off to Chester. You can assault now. We'll do that in a second. That's going to be quite a tough fight, actually, I would imagine. Let's keep this diplomat moving upwards. You know, it's going to take them a blooming age to get up there. We should probably go by boat, but our boats are having some issues. We'll get you over to Ireland.
Leaving the fleet, sire.
To Downpatrick, that's okay.
Journey planned out.
Let's see if we can get you two back to port.
A fine day to sail.
In fact, we can actually go speak to the Norwegians quite quickly via that island there. Speaking of which, that's a terrifying army there. We need to be a little bit wary of that, that's for sure. Do we want to assault Chester now, or do we want to wait? We may as well assault Chester now.
They'll wish they'd never been born, sire.
You say this is going to be a little bit of a tough fight. Prince Defid here is pretty good, though. Calm and confident at the head of an army and usually decisive in victory. And we will be taking out Alan Zouche. He's smart, talent for command, promising commander. Decent commander, but nothing we need to worry about in terms of morale. Understands the concepts of chains of command, but knows little of what orders to give. So, they have 2 heavy units of cavalry, 2 longbowmen, and 2 town militia. 2 town militia shouldn't be too bad, but they still can pack a punch in the right circumstances. We've got a significant range. Let's use that to our advantage, I would say. 12 Highlanders and a bagpipe makes a rebellion. Absolutely. Excellent saying there. Excellent Scottish proverb. I think probably I'm most concerned about the Scottish more than anything else. Also by the Norwegians there at the Isle of Man. We might need to do a preemptive strike against them if things go wrong. We'll have to see. Do we get a good speech from our faction there? We'll have to see.
I've heard men speak well of me because I do not throw lives away needlessly, and I gain victory for those who follow me. I will not use false modesty and deny these things. Indeed, I say proudly that they are true. I will give you victory, if you have the guts to fight like devils when I ask it. Hell is the proper home of our English foes today. We shall shortly send them to their master, Satan, and we shall praise God as we strike them down.
Good speech. We don't have catapults this time. That being said, this is just a slightly under-fortified area. I think probably here, one of these walls. However, I don't want my crossbowmen to be looking after the ram. That feels like a fundamentally silly idea. We're going to be using our Welsh spearmen to... well, yeah, our Welsh spearmen will be using the ram, I would say. We'll get two spots of rams open, and then we'll set up with our usual group behind. So, cavalry there. We have significant archers. We're going to use them to our advantage, I will hope. And we'll get the sole remaining spearmen there. We don't really have a choice. These 2 spearmen are going to probably be absolutely decimated getting to the front. Okay, what do we have here? We've got the town militia and the heavy cavalry here. Thankfully, the archers are actually elsewhere, the longbowmen, as well as the general's bodyguard. That's not too bad. And actually, all archers are firing straight away. Don't fire with fire arrows, please. I don't... Douse flames, it's not useful. Douse flames. I'm actually going to get you to focus on the... I don't know who you're going to fire at specifically. I'm just going to, I guess, fire at either of them. But we have a lot of archers, a lot of range units. So this is what we're going to have to use effectively to go after them. Again, because it's a town siege, I don't think using fire arrows is the best because it's that knackers morale. Of course, knackering morale is still very useful indeed, but I'm not sure it's that worthwhile. If we can knacker these 2 light infantry, then they don't have much infantry to go with, and that would be useful. And then we just need to take out the archers and the cavalry. Cavalry might be a little bit of an issue. So once I've knackered these town militia units a little bit more, we'll go after those feudal knights. Actually, those feudal knights are already struggling. I think they had more than 13 beforehand. Having these 4 lots of archers is really a powerful unit. Powerful cohort of range, for sure. Okay, we've got a first mile breach here on this right-hand side. I'm very thankful they didn't put any of the archers nearby. There are these towers, but they're not quite in range to activate them. So we're having no issues going in here. They may well get their archers, but they're not. They're actually leaving their archers on the town centre. If we can, we might send our heavy cavalry through on this left flank to see if we can catch those archers off guard. Okay, we've broken through. These Welsh spearmen, are they charging out at us? Yes, they are. Back. Charge of those archers. You broken through as well. Drop the ram and go. Let's pull back. I mean, these town militia should not prove... Actually, these town militia shouldn't prove too much trouble. Let's get involved in a fight. And I'm going to actually get the archers to stop firing. So stop firing at will. These two should easily be able to take out a light infantry. I mean, these light infantry as well. You just move down there. You move here.
The battle is very much in our favour.
Battle's very much in our favour. We've already killed 31% of them. It's a much easier target than the previous engagement. They're wavering. Let's get... If we just take out this unit of light infantry right here and now, that'd be good. They're starting to fire at us. I don't have too much issues with that. Charge. I'd like to take out this unit in its entirety, really. What's here? These are just long bowmen, so I'm going to get my cavalry to move down here. They might be able to take that cavalry out in the right circumstances, because these general's bodyguards are elsewhere. So I'll probably get my spearmen to go after those general's bodyguard. So general's bodyguard will try and engage on that side. If we can keep them, if we can keep the general and his bowmen separate, that'd be good. I'm guessing there's also some spearmen. Oh no! Don't withdraw! Goodness me! What are you doing? Stop that! Stop withdrawing! I keep on pressing the wrong button. There we go. Get them back into the fight. I think they're probably... Yeah, there's a few town militia mixed in there. Only 34 of them, however. So we might be okay to charge in with our cavalry. These archers are going to go join the fight over here. No, they're not. That's the wrong group. I want you to run down there, as I initially ordered you to do. Our archers are going to come in and go here. And they can go after the archers as well. For now, the cavalry's going to pull back just till our archers turn up. I think we should be able to take out that heavy bodyguard with these 3 troops. If they ever decide to move. If I just get them to charge, that might work better, to be honest. This game does have some pathy issues, that's for absolute certain. Well, 3 units of fairly basic spearmen should hopefully be able to do the job. They've got a few town militia with them, but we should just be able to overwhelm them. There's only 21 there. As soon as the archers get in, we'll get them to fire at those archers. In fact, we'll just set them on that way now. And if we can catch these guys without these horsemen charging, that would be good. I don't know if they're going to run away or attack us. Either way, I'd prefer to attack them now. They're going to pull back, I see. Come on, engage them if you can. Okay, everyone's pulling back now. We might need to reconsider tactically what we do. Archers, get going. I need you to start attacking. They're making their stand at the town centre, which is understandable. No, just stay there, please. These spearmen are having real issues with their pathing today. Okay, go after these long bowmen.
We've captured the enemy's walls.
Come on, lads, you can start firing now. Okay, we started shooting arrows, wonderful. And I should start knackering them. We've got such a large archer contingent, it makes sense that we use up our arrows effectively. Oh, but we're being charged by the knights. Go. I didn't leave any spearmen there. We're being charged by their knights. Let's get going. We haven't broken through that wall, that's a problem. Oh, our archers might be in trouble here. Let's pull back. While they're distracted, spearmen are going to go attack the long bowmen. Bugger. Bugger. I didn't want to lose marchers. Archers keep running. Marchers are my most valuable troops. Actually, I'm going to get you to run right now. Just run like you're leaving the entire battle. Pull back to there. Cavalry can go after the U-chaps. and hopefully we'll be able to take them on. Actually, let's not use... Let's get our archers over there. Come on, spearmen. I asked you to attack. What are you... Sometimes our spearmen are a little bit silly. Let's go get them to take out the town militia, and then they can go after the archers as well afterwards in a second. How's the... Okay. How's the fight doing here?
Men are winning the battle. If we
Men are winning the
like
battle,
this,
that's
we will
useful.
smash the enemy.
Let's get these... Okay. Start going after those archers if you can. And we're also going to plow into these archers.
In command of the city.
Oh, that might actually be a bad idea. Pull back. Pull back, pull back, pull back. Because I accidentally caught the bodyguard there as well.
Blast! Our men no longer
control the city, that's okay. You're going to blow your horn, sir.
Only half the enemy force remains.
We're going to probably start losing a few more troops here than I would like. Don't know where those longbowmen are going. Tell you what, if those longbowmen are going to go out, we can try to catch them around the other side.
Our men are in command of the city.
Men are in command of the city for now. I'm not sure how long they will be for... I don't know how much for longer they will be.
My lord, we've lost control of the city.
We keep on losing and gaining control of the city. So we're going to move our knights over there, so they can flank from behind. I want the archers to go after the knights.
My lord, our men are in command of the city.
Our poor scout or reporter here keeps on having to change his things as time goes on.
The enemy general lies dead.
Enemy general lies dead, excellent. There we go. Alan Lazouche is dead. Our foes have been struck a terrible blow with the death of one of their noble leaders in battle. His legacy has come to an end. Excellent. Okay, let's get going here. How's our cavalry doing? Are they through the walls now? No. Because there's a still part of England's gates. What is... Our cavalry is doing all manners of strange things. Parting the city does seem to be a little odd. One of these mercenary bands is pretty much almost wiped out, but I'm not entirely concerned. They're not kind of the best soldiers that we have to offer. Just keep pushing, and then we'll go after the archers. We're going to get the archers to go, we're going to go our archers to go after their archers, I would say. We do have one cavalry unit here. Let's get moving with it. They can still deal damage to longbowmen pretty much straight away. In fact, if we charge down that second longbowman unit, we might be able to take the centre. So they're all wavering, and hey, we can get to ransom these prisoners back to the English. So I'm not too worried about that. Let's get this heavy cavalry in the fight because they are all over the place. Okay, in a minute we're going to be able to take over this place anyway, just because we hold control.
We've lost control
Nope,
of the city.
we nearly did, but the longbowmen here proved troublesome. Okay, hopefully...
My lord, our men are in command of the city.
Hopefully we can deal with these longbowmen without too many issues. So I'm actually going to get these guys to charge the longbowmen now. Just so we protect our general. Our general is like gold dust, we cannot lose him. We can, but I'd rather not, to be honest. Go on lads, charge in. Aha, and here come the other knights, wonderful. Let's speed up time, and we should be able to wrap this up with only a quarter of our troops dead. And quite a few of them might be from arrow wounds where they can recover after the battle because they're not considered deaths up until the point. As far as I'm aware, arrow casualties are just taken out of combat, not necessarily killed. So we only lost 130. We lost 139, but only 120 are actually dead because some casualties healed here, especially amongst the spearmen. So a few casualties, but I don't mind a ratio of 4 to 1. That's certainly not bad at all. Given that we are recruiting a lot at the moment, we will ransom their troops back to them. It's just useful because we need to start paying some bills.
Such is the fate of all who oppose us.
We can occupy this settlement as well in Chester.
These people now kneel before us.
So Prince Nefid gets fair and rule, but also winning first. We're going to have to do quite a bit of repairs here. Now, settlement details, they're mostly English, not Welsh. I don't know if there's anything we can particularly do to... Oh yeah, so we can do a small church, which would actually change conversion over to us, conversion bonus. I don't know how much it will be next turn. Insurgents, unrest, garrison. Okay, we're gonna have to go down to low here, just to keep them happy for the time being, until we can make this place culturally Welsh. Interesting. Yeah, if we put the church in, that adds a lot of lowers down the insurgency quite a bit, I would say. So we will do that. Retraining, let's just merge. I think these two units can just be merged together. You can go for repairs. And that will do that. Carnarvon, what can we build you in you? You are our main castle. So I'd actually like you to have a blacksmith. I want light mail on all my troops, really. Because then we can actually get some good armour on them. Here, I'm going to actually just recruit... I'm actually going to not recruit anyone until the next turn, so we see what we're doing. Montgomery, they're still building. Gloucester, we can't go in this turn, I don't believe. No. There are some mercenaries here. Let's just end the turn and see what happens. Oh, I didn't move the other... troops. That's unfortunate. It looks like they're going to move up to Chester. And we might want to consider going for a merchant monopoly. That might be a good idea as well. We'll have to see. It really depends, kind of, because there's a lot of English merchants out and about. I imagine they'll do very well for themselves. Are they going to come for peace? I'm not entirely sure. Welsh uprising continues. Another mob has formed. 2 more mobs. Southwest of Montgomery. And another to the east of Carnarvon. This is great, but we can't really afford them.
My lord. Orders. My lord.
Okay, let's get all 3 of you together. And this new adopted chap can this new adopted chap can run the peasant army, to say. But we're still losing money, so we're gonna have to lose some of these troops. We can't afford them all. Welsh skirmishers, you're gonna go. 2 of these Welsh militiamen are gonna go as well. I know they're the cheap ones, but they're well worth having, or they're well worth getting rid of, just to save ourselves some money. You're now trading, which is good.
Your orders, sire.
I want to get you up that way. We can't. We're blocked off here, but we might be able to pick you up. That's quite a big navy,
Yes,
which isn't helping us, of course. Scotland and Norway have declared war, as to be expected. And let's see if we can just quickly speak to the Irish.
Yes, my lord.
What is it you
First of all, I want trade rights. Would you take an alliance? You would. I'm happy to ally with the Irish. I don't see... We're against war with England. I don't see a huge issue. I'll do map information for map information. No, they won't. Would you give me some money? Would you give me 1,000? Would you give me 1,500?
Nay, my friend. No convinced.
They'll do 510. Wonderful.
That was a fair deal.
It's a fair deal.
Farewell.
And there we go. Alliance announced between Ireland and Wales. They didn't want to give out map information, but that's okay. I think we'll leave things there. We've given ourselves a good starting point, but financially we could be leading ourselves into ruin if we're not careful. Trade rights will be useful, but we're going to have to deal with Admiral Stephen there, and everyone else as well. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. More to come soon. This is your new series alongside Suzerain. Take care. Bye-bye.